There's a clock tower in the heart of Milltown, an old, forgotten structure looming above the decaying rooftops like a sentinel from another era. Most people in town avoid it. Some say it's haunted. Others insist it's cursed. But nearly everyone agrees on one thing: the tower doesn't just tell time, it plays with it. I didn't believe any of that until I experienced it myself. It all started last year when I returned to Milltown after nearly a decade away. My mother had passed, and I came back to settle her affairs. The town was even more rundown than I remembered, shops boarded up, streets empty by dusk. But the clock tower? It still stood tall, its brass face glinting in the dim sun, the hands frozen at 3:12, just like they'd been for as long as I could remember. But something about it pulled me in. On my third night back, I couldn't sleep. Maybe it was grief, maybe guilt, or maybe it was that damn ticking sound that seemed to echo through the walls of my childhood home. I followed the sound outside. The streets were eerily quiet, no dogs barking, no wind, no cars. Just silence. And ticking. It led me straight to the base of the clock tower. The gate, rusted and chained for years, now hung open like a welcoming mouth. Curiosity got the best of me. I stepped inside. The air was thick with dust, but not stale. It was charged, like before a storm. A spiral staircase curved up into the darkness, and even though every rational part of me said to leave, my feet kept moving upward. Each step echoed, but not like a normal echo. It was delayed, like the sound bounced through a longer corridor than should have existed. Halfway up, I glanced at my watch. 2:47 a.m. I climbed for what felt like 10 minutes. Then 20. Then 30. When I finally reached the top, I expected to see the familiar view of the town square. Instead, I saw something that made my blood run cold. It was daylight. The sun was shining. Cars filled the streets below. People bustled around in clothes from decades ago, 1950s, maybe earlier. I blinked. Rubbed my eyes. But it was real. I stepped closer to the glass window, peering out. There, right across the street, was my mother. Young. Laughing. Holding hands with a man I didn't recognize. It wasn't a vision. It wasn't a memory. It was real, happening in real time. Then the bell above me gonged. Once. Loud. Jarring. The sound shook the glass. I staggered back. Suddenly, everything outside blurred, like paint dripping down a canvas. Then it reformed. Now, it was night again, but not the same one I'd left. The streets were filled with people screaming, running. Fires lit up the sky. A figure in a black trench coat stood in the middle of the chaos, staring directly at me through the glass. His face was obscured by shadows, but his eyes, they were pitch black. Bottomless. He pointed at me. The bell gonged again. And the world shifted. This time, I wasn't in the tower anymore. I was in the middle of the street, Milltown, but abandoned and decayed far beyond what I'd seen days before. Buildings crumbled. The air smelled of rot and ash. The sky was gray, motionless, like a paused video. I spun around, trying to make sense of what was happening. Then I saw it, the clock tower, twisted and broken, its hands spinning wildly in reverse. A whisper brushed my ear. "You shouldn't have come." I turned. No one. Suddenly, a scream pierced the air, high-pitched, inhuman. It came from the tower. I ran, drawn again like a puppet on strings. The tower door was open. Inside, the staircase was gone, replaced by a spiral of pulsing light. I stepped into it. And everything went black. When I woke up, I was in my childhood bedroom. The morning sun filtered through the curtains. My phone buzzed on the nightstand. The date, August 8, 2015. That couldn't be right. I checked the calendar. The same. I looked younger in the mirror. 10 years younger. I was back in time. Over the next few days, I tried everything, talking to people, checking news headlines, testing my theory. It was real. Somehow, the clock tower had sent me back a decade. I tried to find a way back. I returned to the tower again and again, but the gate was sealed, the staircase gone. No ticking sound. No pulse in the air. Just silence. Until one night, I saw him again, the man with the black eyes. He appeared in reflections. In dreams. Always pointing. Each time he did, I felt time slip again. A day would repeat. Or vanish. Once, I woke up and it was 1999. Another time, it was 2042. I saw my own grave once. No date, just my name. I screamed and woke up, back in 2015. It never stopped. I'm trapped in this loop now, endlessly jumping across time like a record skipping on a warped track. I've lived dozens of versions of the same year. Met myself. Buried friends. Lost my mind more times than I can count. I don't know what the clock tower is. A portal? A curse? Some ancient thing that feeds on time itself? But I do know this, it watches. It waits. And once you've entered, it never lets you go. If you ever visit Milltown, stay far from the tower. Because if you hear the ticking, it's already too late. If you enjoyed this chilling tale, don't forget to hit that like button, it helps more horror lovers find us in the shadows. Subscribe for more true horror stories. Based on real events, with a twist that will haunt your dreams. And turn on the notification bell, so you never miss a new nightmare. Got a true scary experience of your own? Share it in the comments below, your story might be featured in our next video. Until then, sleep with one eye open. And remember, some places were never meant to be found.